The Hareskin or Sahtu people in 1852 told one Dr. Tatch their account of the flood. In the history of their deluge, they substitute for the ark a floating island on which for persons with a number of animals and birds found safety and escaped from the general destruction. In 1870, the Gwich'in or Kutchin people told missionary Emil Petitot their tradition about their ancestor, an old man called the Mariner, who floated in a gigantic straw until the waters had evaporated and the earth and dried up. They pointed to the mountain where they said he landed in the Rocky Mountains of extreme northwest Canada, a place which they called the place of the old man. It is an old story told the Netsilik Inuit. They referred to the dreadful deluge, saying that the world collapsed, the earth was destroyed, that great showers of rain flooded the land. Incessant rain flooded the land and great destruction followed. All the animals and men died, with the exception of Tishaman. Inuits all think this earth was once covered with water, told an Inuit woman on Baffin Island. A long time ago, the ocean suddenly began to rise until it covered the whole land. The water even rose to the top of the mountains. As evidence of this flood, they pointed to the bones of whales, seals, and fish which have been found on top of the local mountains. Even in Greenland, the early missionaries and ethnologists found the knowledge of the flood. When the one above was displeased with the people upon it, he destroyed the world. All mankind, except one, were drowned. Like other Inuit, they pointed out that bones of large creatures had been found on high mountains as evidence of the global flood. Regarding the Garden of Eden, they call the first man Kalak and say he sprung out of the earth, and soon afterward his wife sprung from his thumb, whereas Genesis says it was the man's rib which God used to make her. The woman is said to have brought death into the world for something she said, according to the native Greenlanders. In addition, we could relate the flood histories of the Kaska of Yukon Territory, the Chiglit Inuit of the Arctic coast, and the Tlingit of southeastern Alaska. The latter had not only a tradition of the flood, but also a vague memory of the Tower of Babel. One writer described the wealth of Alaskan traditions related to Genesis in this way. The recent interaction of our Presbyterian missionaries with the Mongolian and Ugrian tribes of Alaska has laid open a wonderful inheritance of tradition. Some of these tribes have tradition not only of the Noachik deluge, but also of the original chaos, the first dividing of the waters, and the creation of heavenly bodies, plants, animals, and men in nearly the Mosaic order of succession. And these traditions have evidently no touch of white men's teaching. We have seen abundant and conclusive evidence from the historical traditions of the first peoples of Canada and the Arctic regions.